Guys, I'm not in peanut. Give me one sec. Tariq longed it. I didn't. One sec. One second. Sorry. All right, we're good to go. Can everybody see my screen? Good? Everybody can see? All right. All my alerts are sent out. Me and Tariq had a major miscommunication on Peanut. He's running it. I'm not. I want to focus on this workshop right now. That's my main focus. If it pumps, great. I'm sure most of you guys are probably taking it with them, but I gotta chill and I gotta focus on this. But okay, so breakout trading and how I choose to approach it. Let's restart this, go back from the beginning, and go from there. So basically, what I'm looking for is a reclaim of an area that was previously denoted as supply through various market structure breaks, market structure shifts, however you choose to perceive it. But basically, let's say we have our supply, and this can be hourly, this can be 5 minute, this can be 3 minute, etc. But I am looking for a sweep above this supply, right? Sweep above to take out shorts from this original creation of supply. So I look for a sweep above, and most of the time we'll trade back below and fill imbalances from the V-shaped recovery after the sell-off. So sweep of supply, tap our imbalance, reclaim with volume, entry here. So all of these shorters, all of the sellers from this area got taken out on this sweep. Once we get acceptance above this level, that's when I'm looking to step in, right? Previously, I think a lot of people, when I last went over this, started longing just on flips of supply without waiting for a reclaim and without waiting for a sweep. But your highest probability setup is going to be longing a reclaim after we've already swept that level, right? So this works on, like I said, 4 hour, hourly, daily, 3 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, really doesn't matter. But the way I look at it is top-down analysis. And for those who don't know how to demark supply, right? If your eyes can't see it, if you don't understand the concept of supply, I got you covered, okay? I got you covered. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run this just like a one-on-one. So just like I ran one-on-ones in the past, obviously probably with a lot of you guys, I'm going to take it through, and you guys can ask any questions that you have, because chances are if you have the question, then somebody else does. So what we're going to do right off the rip is we're going to add 2 indicators, right? We'll add just one for now for this exercise. We're going to add this indicator right here, this Smart Money Concepts indicator by Lux Algo. This is what Muzza uses. This is what a lot of people who can't, who don't have the ability to see them with their own eyes, or just for sake of not having to plot them by yourself, use, right? So we're gonna add this indicator on. We're gonna go into the settings. Hold on, I'm gonna check chat right now, see if we have any questions. Everybody good? Everybody good? Good. Everybody following? All right. Good. All right, perfect. So we're going to add this indicator on, and we are going to go down, and you're going to turn on this fair value gaps setting. I normally turn off auto threshold if I'm using it, and I advise people to turn off auto threshold as well. But turn that on. I'm going to give everybody a second to go through that. Get that on their charts. Good, good. Everybody good? Everybody good? So, now, what do we see? What do we see in terms of similarity of what I'm showing here compared to Peanuts price action over the last, let's call it 30 minutes, right? We have our initial breakdown from supply here, right? Our market structure break. We have our sweep above here, sweep above, trend back, tap this imbalance, and finally on this reclaim, we have solid volume, and we get a push up. I mean, how big this push up is? Let's see. We get a 9% pop. So granted, we're trending back lower right now, but this is just what was on my screen, and we're going to go over a bunch of examples. And this is a 1 minute. This is a 1 minute. My bread and butter is really looking at hourlies, but this is a 1 minute, and for me, like I said, it normally is a top-down analysis. So how you can look to utilize this indicator is go on the hourly, right? Go out, get all of your coins, and go through. Actually, let's go back real quick just so you guys can see. Let's see if this overlaps. Yeah, right. So this indicator painted the exact order block that I have marked out as well. So as you can see, you have your supply. There's your sweep above. So at this point, I want to see this imbalance get tapped and then a reclaim. And we get the reclaim, and obviously we get a bit of continuation. Not the cleanest setup, not the cleanest continuation play. Obviously, you want to see these candles continually moving to the upside, especially if you're playing continuation. But I normally like operating on the hourly, so we'll just pick some random coins. We'll hop off the what's it called? Replay tool. And we'll go through the hourly, and we'll look and see if there are any coins that are coming up to hourly supply and how I would look to play those. So this is 1 minute. That's why I was like, what the hell is going on here? So let's take CRV, for example, right? CRV, you have your supply here. We're testing supply. We haven't swept above. No sweep above yet. That's okay. We're testing supply. Oop, wrong tool. So what I'd like to see is a sweep above this level, a little bit of a deviation back below, and then we long the reclaim. This is our trigger right here. This is our trigger. And a lot of you are probably thinking, okay, well, what if it doesn't sweep, right? What if we just get a full-blown reclaim? In the case that we get a full-blown reclaim, no sweep prior, then I'll just look to bid this level as a breaker. So let's say, delete this real quick. Actually, we'll just move over. Let's say price just pummels through. We get no sweep prior. Then I'll just look to set my bids on this breaker and play this as a retest. And my invalidation would be, dependent on multiple different factors that I don't even want to get into, just based on swing lows on lower time frames. It's kind of hard for me to tell you exactly what my invalidation on this trade would be without actually having the setup. But really, that's it for continuation. It's as simple as that. You look for coins that have previously deviated supply and are now reclaiming. And If I'm playing an hourly reclaim, but I'm longing into 4-hour supply, I'm not going to take that long. I'm not going to take that long. If I'm playing a 3-minute reclaim or a 5-minute reclaim, but I'm longing into 15-minute supply or hourly supply or 4-hour supply, I'm not going to take that long. The reason you see me going on to minute, 3-minute, 5-minute time frames is because those hourly supplies have already been flipped. Those hourly supplies have already been reclaimed. So for me, I'd rather zoom in, wait for a low time frame breakdown, and then long the reclaim of that low time frame breakdown. Gonna pause for a bit, kind of gather my thoughts, drink some coffee, let you guys ask any questions that we have, kind of direct it back to you, in order to, best give further advice on it. But if you have any questions, start to drop them now. I'm gonna fill my coffee up real quick. Yeah, I can go over the indicators. Yep. Give me 1 sec. All right, coffee filled. First of the day. Indicator settings. Yes, I can go over indicator settings. Yep. So indicator settings. All I did was turn fair value gaps on. That's it. Okay, gonna pause back for a second. Wait for any more questions. What's the name of the indicator? It is Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. If the candle closes above, you enter, right? Yep. Like I said, I personally do not use this indicator, but I can vouch for the efficacy in every write. I can vouch for the efficacy in every single write. I did a group workshop 6 months ago with a few students, and they were using this indicator, and one guy turned a 3K account into 120K just using this simple setup, and then he went and started his own group. Kind of scummed me a little bit. I mean, whatever, it's fucking fine. I guess that's how the industry is, but I can vouch for this entirely. Gonna go back for questions real quick. One more. Can you explain how you find a breaker block without indicator? It's the same thing. I'm looking for the last opposing candle before a shift in structure to the opposing side. So like, give me a sec. Let's go back to Peanut just because it's fresh on my mind. So Peanut, this was the last opposing candle. This was the last opposing candle before we got our market structure shift to the downside. So that's our supply. And like I said, if we go back, lo and behold, sure enough, the indicator overlaps with it. Trust me when I say I can vouch for full efficacy of this. I have no affiliation with whoever the fuck Lux Algo is. I have zero affiliation. If I knew how to create my own script for this, I'd be selling it as a continuation setup. But I don't know how to make scripts. So we will we'll try to find some hourly setups. The problem is right now, a lot of these alts have already given these setups. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to look back at some of the plays that we've already taken over these past few days, and you'll see it's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. So Gito, what do we notice about our boy Gito, right? What do we notice? This is hourly supply. Let's do some fucking giveaways in this. What are the similarities? What are the steps that we're looking for, right? Let's do a $20 giveaway for whatever we see here. $20 giveaway. First person to put it in. Deviates and closes above. Davis, there you go. Swept supply. Davis, number one. There you go. So, right on. Let's go through our checklist. Let's go through our checklist, right? And my screen goes narrow because I'm checking chat for you, Fernando. I'm not on a dual monitor right now. I open up my laptop. So, lo and behold, here's our initial supply created before this market structure shift to the downside, right? Here's our sweep above this supply. What do we see here? Our imbalance tap. Okay, now, there are times where I will front run these closes, right? This is where I feel like a lot of you guys are going to get caught up is longing these a bit too early and not waiting for closes. But because JTO had deviated 3 times prior and volume was starting to curl up, I just longed knowing we were about to pump, right? Like those are things that are going to come from operating in this continuation setup mindset. You're going to start to pick those up. There are going to be times that you get stopped out. Stuff like that happens, right? Stuff like that happens. But for the most part, especially in conditions like this, you have to be able to identify setups like that. You have to be able to. Right? When it comes to invalidation, if we have something like an imbalance that's been previously tapped, I'll play my invalidation below that deviation below. So I'll play my invalidation below here. I think my invalidation was here when I called it out, but I think I might have just like shifted the stop up. I don't know, to be honest with you. But same thing, right? Last opposing candle before the market before the shift to the downside. And if you look, we have all of this structure that we need to clear on JTO. It's a full gap up, right? We swept all of our liquidity down here, and it's a full gap up. So JTO, lo and behold, what's another setup we took? Different trading view. Let's go. Why am I blanking right now? Ondo? Right. Ondo, same thing. Previous breaker from downside market structure shift. Sweep, no reclaim, finally get reclaim and acceptance above. Same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same exact setup for every single trade that I am taking on continuation. So we'll go over it once more. We have our last opposing candle before the market structure shift to the downside. And remember, it doesn't matter if you can plot these out with your own eyes. You have an indicator that will do it for you, right? You have an indicator that will do it for you. This is as simple as it is, boys. This is as simple as it is. That is all we are looking for. So drop some questions that you have. I'm a little bit all over the place right now. I'm feeling a little bit sick. I haven't had my coffee yet. So like I said, give me some direction here. Give me some of the struggles that you're facing, some questions that you have. Give me something here and we'll go over it. Can you go over? Can you go over time frames again? Join late. Where is the sweep in the example? Sweep's right here. Right here. So all of these sellers that are stacked up here have been taken out. We go down, we tap our imbalance, and then we finally get our reclaim. That's it. This is the setup that we're looking for. Do you need volume? Do you need volume as well, or just close or above? You want to see volume. Great point. Forgot to add that completely. Volume is the best confluence that you can get. Okay. Okay, a lot of questions. Perfect. Lovely. Lovely. I love this, guys. Love this. Can you go over time frames again? Join late. Okay, so it's all about top-down analysis, right? So, oh, shit. That is my homework. Let's not look at that. So somebody give me a random coin. We'll do a top-down analysis. Greater than average volume or just average is still good. Normally you want to see greater than average volume. Luna, Pepe, QNT. Jeez, what coins are you getting? QNT. QNT is the only thing that's not moving. Let's do Pepe. Wait, no, I'm already long on Pepe. Can't do that. Let's try out Ren. Don't even have Ren perps, but okay. We'll use the indicator here and we'll go over it. So, first things first. Top-down analysis. Okay, we don't have 4-hour res until 0.40. So this is I'm assuming we don't have daily res as well, just looking at it. We can long anticipating that executional order flow will take us back to this area of supply, right? So now we go down to the hourly. Same thing, overlaps. 30 minutes, same thing, overlaps. 15 minutes, same thing, overlaps. 5 minute, okay. Starting to get there. Jeez, what is this price action on this coin? Okay. Bear with me here because we're talking about a 1 minute reclaim of okay. Lo and behold, this still works as well. Volume shit though. Like this isn't a setup I would take just because volume shit, but lo and behold still works out same way. You get your sweep here, go down, deviation back below, then you get acceptance above. So this is probably a setup that would be a bit sticky to hold just because this price action's awful and there's no volume. Like this just isn't a setup that I'd take. There's just no volume behind it. But same thing, once you get acceptance above this break, you can see price start to trend upwards. Let's see some more examples. Jesus Christ, everybody is fucking... There's so much right now. AVAX, Pepe. We already went over Pepe. I feel like I'm not as eloquent as I normally am. Just feeling like absolute shit right now. Render, banana. Okay, banana we can do. Banana we can do. So I think I was looking at banana the other day. So conceptually, I want you guys to think about this, right? Based on our little drawing, on our little setup. If you have an area where short sellers are stacked and that area gets swept, and then you get acceptance above that area with volume, why would price not start to trend to the upside? Why would it not? Just conceptually speaking, why would it not? If it's backed by volume, sellers have been swept, there's no reason that price should not start seeking liquidity to the upside. Somebody asked about TPs. Where I look to take TPs are just external liquidity. That's it. I normally don't like TPing based on the P&L. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, it's TPing at external liquidity. So let's look at banana, for example. How will we look to play this on banana? Sweep above, deviation back below, long the reclaim. That's it. Where's our TP? Bang, bang. There's our TP. It's that simple. It is that simple. I'll set my alerts on this. Go back for a sec, check out any questions. I can't identify the opposing candle. That's the great thing, bro. You don't need to. You don't need to. This will do it for you. I know I'm the same way. I was always so against indicators. They're not sexy. But from all of my back testing and from all of the experiences that I've had doing one-on-ones with students, I can vouch for the efficacy of this. So whoever asked about volume, you want to see volume curling to the upside. You want to see a steady curl of volume to the upside. Means buyers are starting to accumulate around these levels, and then finally, once we get this reclaim, is normally when you get the explosive move. You have this vertical accumulation after our sweep, and finally, once you get this reclaims and all of these sellers are out of their position, then we can get the explosive move targeting this external liquidity. It's that simple. It is that simple. So, for example, let's look at some of the strongest coins right now. Hold on. Let's look at some of the strongest coins. So we have Sats, Bonk, Bohm, Mudang. Let's go Mudang because I love trading that coin. Actually, I have a lot of PA on that. Bohm, Sats, actually, I shouldn't have that much on. I don't have a lot of TA on my Sats long. Sats, great example. So on Sats, what we want to see is a sweep above this level. I'm going to set my alerts for this. I will execute on this if the setup gives. I will execute. I'll send the trade out. What I want to see is a sweep above this level, deviation back below. All of our imbalances are already filled, so we may not get it, but deviation back below, long on the reclaim. That's it. So I set my alerts. My alerts will probably go off here shortly. 3, 2, Come on. There's the Sats alert. Now I'm going to be monitoring. I'm going to do one of two things. A, I'm going to set my alerts on this deviation. Then once this alert goes off, I'll reset my alerts on this reclaim. Now the hourly might close above here and continue to rip. If that's the case, that's fine. I'll leave it. No problem at all. I'll leave it. For the sake of this example, I hope that doesn't happen. But even then, if Sats continues to rip, then what do? I just set my bids on this breaker with stops below this imbalance candle. Okay. Pause for questions for a sec. Does it have to close above a candle to have the first? Oh. Flies, what this is not valid, right? No, I'd want to see an actual sweep above that level. I'd want to see an actual sweep above that level. Do you normally play the hourly or all time frames? So it's very dependent on how the coin looks. So I'll normally start with 4 hour and hourly. But if we've already flipped hourly and 4 hour supply, and a coin's like trading in price discovery or has a full gap up, right? Then I'll start to zoom in to 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. Whoever asked about the last thing about the breaker. So if this hourly, let's say our hourly closes here, like let's say our hourly closes all the way up here, then my setup will be bidding the retest of this. Rather than waiting for a deviation and then bidding the reclaim. Okay, back to questions. Yes, bake. That's perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love what I'm seeing right now. Is this all making sense? Give me some feedback right here. If I'm a little bit all over the place, please feel free to let me know. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit sick. I'm a little bit tired. Coffee hasn't even been fully down. Fantastic. Perfect. God, I love to hear that. Everybody's asking about Peanut. So Peanut, same thing. What are we waiting for? Sweep above, deviation back below, long the reclaim. That's it. It's that simple. Now, what I want to urge you guys to do, though, this is super important. Do not miss this. What I want to urge you guys to do, if you're using this indicator, if you can't plot order blocks with your own eyes, make sure that you overlay a rectangle with your trading view, because this will repaint. So once this order block is quote unquote mitigated, invalidated, it will disappear. So make sure that you're actually manually going over and you're plotting those in with your own color scheme, whatever the fuck you want. See? Yeah. Fernando flies. A lot of people forget that. Where do you put your stop loss? Stop loss is going to be below the deviation. see what Sats looks like. Yeah, so Sats is just going without us. This is a setup that I'm fine with leaving. I'm completely okay with leaving this setup on Sats. Right? I feel like a lot of people would be piling in and chasing here, and if it rips, it rips. But there's still a chance this hourly closes back below and we do get our deviation. We will see. Let's see what else is strong. Try to get some more examples for you guys. Please drop in any questions that you have. What? Sorry, guys. Go back in there. What's the difference between reclaim and retest? Okay, so yo, what the fuck? So a reclaim would be, let's say this hourly closes below, right? Then we haven't reclaimed. The reclaim is not valid. If this hourly closes below, the reclaim is not valid. If the hourly closes above, then we've already reclaimed this breaker, so we will bid this retest. However, if the hourly closes below and we do get a candle close above in following candles, then that is our reclaim. That's when we will be looking to bid. That's when I'll be looking to chase. Does that make sense? TPs are just external liquidity. Stop loss is below the deviation. It's very, very, very simple. Does reclaim rule apply to all time frames? It applies. So if I'm playing an hourly reclaim, but I'm longing into 4-hour resistance, I won't take the trade. I take wicks as well. Some people just take body. I take wicks as well. So yeah, if it's an hourly reclaim, but I'm longing into 4-hour resistance, I won't do it. If it's a 4-hour reclaim and I'm longing into daily resistance, then I won't do it. If it's a 3-minute reclaim and I'm longing into 15-minute resistance, I won't do it. Like I urge you guys to look back and check every single trade that I've sent out in the past month. Right? I think we're probably like 21-3 on trades this month. They're all the exact same setup. Every single one of them. If you guys can find a setup that is different than the one that I'm putting forth to you guys today, big giveaway. Big giveaway. What time frame is best to trade a strategy on? So I love hourly, but the thing is, on coins that are top gainers, on coins that are high performers with a lot of volume, specifically in conditions like the ones that we're in, where you're seeing coins ripping 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100% in a day, then I'm forced to zoom in on lower time frames, 5-minute, 3-minute, 1-minute. But the same thing goes. If I'm playing a 1-minute, I won't long it into 5. If I'm playing a 5-minute, I won't long it into 15 resistance. If it flips without a sweep, it's invalid. Should we trade retest? That's when I'll look to trade the retest. There you go, Fast. All right, seems like we're starting to get it. It really seems like guys are starting to get it. If you're not, please let me know, and we can tinker with it. I'm gonna try to set up a document. If that's helpful for you guys, I'm gonna try to get a document with examples from our prior trades. Don't long into higher time frame resistance and play in a lower time frame. Boom, perfect. There we go. Yes, Dre. So it's make sure. So notice, guys, you remember how I said make sure to repaint and actually draw your rectangle? So all the people that just long sats, all of the breakout longers that just long sats just got dumped on. It just got shit on. We're not those guys. So now what do we want? We want this hourly close below. Then we get our deviation back. And on the reclaim we long. It's that simple. It's that simple. So one more time. We'll go into replay so you guys can see. Because this breaker has already been mitigated, it'll disappear on your indicator. So make sure that you are repainting it with your own rectangles. Or, I mean, you can use a line. It really doesn't. Your line on the have your line on the top of the opposing can. Like it doesn't matter. For me, rectangles are more aesthetic and they look better on charts. That's just me. I like when my charts are clean. As I say that, I have all of this shit on my charts, but. The deviation we are looking for is also on the 1 hour. So in this case, it's on the 1 hour. In this case, it's on the 1 hour. It's dependent on the overall structure of the coin, right? It's dependent on the overall structure of the coin. There's no 4 hour res all the way until 0.035. So I'm willing to take this on an hourly basis. You good? What time we got? 11:58. Stewie, what's good? All right, guys, we got like 2 minutes to wrap it up because I think we got another coming, but we're gonna run another one next week and we'll go over it more. For now, I would urge you to just pay attention with it. If you are not very confident in these setups, don't use your money, right? Copy trade it or demo trade it, paper trade it. Don't use your money. Practice it before putting in real capital. And I want to urge all of you guys to tag me in chart ideas or DM me or whatever you want. Chart ideas is better so everybody else can. Tag me in chart ideas with the setups, and I will get back to you, and I will let you know, hey, that's valid. Hey, this is how I'll play it. I'm at your guys' disposal right now, right? I'm good. I'm good for the month. I made my profits. I could not take another trade, honestly, for the rest of the year and be fine. So I'm going to focus on making sure everybody else is good and everybody else can identify continuation setups on their own. Because not only is it helpful for you, it's helpful for me as well. I mean, there are 300 coins on Blowfin. There are probably 400 coins on Bybit. I can't look at everything. There's going to be setups that slip through the cracks. But if you guys can identify those and say, hey, what do you think about this? I can say, hey, that looks great. I'll long it with you. Is this stream recorded? I think Cypress got it. I think. But we have another one next week. How do you choose between 1, 3, 5? Well, if there's a 5-minute breaker that I'm looking to reclaim on, then I'll play that. But if the 5 minute has already been mitigated and you're in a case of market structure where the only break to the downside has been forced to play that lower time frame, reclaim. Does that make sense? So if we've already broken through our 5 supply, there's only going to be 3-minute and 1-minute supply. Then I'll look to play those reclaims. Does that make sense for everybody? We got to hop off because I know I'm cutting into somebody else's stream time, but tag me. We'll run it back next Wednesday. Give me some feedback if you can, and we'll go from there. But thank you everybody for joining. Please, if you're going to put this, I'm going to put together a document tonight. Does that sound good, Islander? All righty, guys. You have a fantastic day, all right? Peace.